Very good afternoon to all my dear children. In today's science class, we are going to learn a new lesson. Okay? So I want all my children to take your science book with your pen or pencil. Shall we all start? Now turn to the page in your science book 85. 85. So this is new lesson, 15th lesson, synthetic materials. Syn, S-Y-N, syn, T-H-E, synthetic, T-I-C, tick, synthetic materials, M-A-T-E-R-I-A-L-S, materials, synthetic materials. We might have many times heard about this word synthetic, right? Yes, normally about related to the dress that we are wearing. Cotton dress, woolen dress, nylon dress, synthetic dress, cloth, right? So here synthetic materials they have given. Shall we all see what they have given about the synthetic here? Yes. Synthesis means making something by putting together, that is combining two or more things. So everyone please underline the first sentence. Synthesis. Synthesis means making something. Something you are making by putting two or more things. Putting means by combining two or more things. You are making something, that is said to be synthesis. Synthetic materials are materials made by combining chemicals in factories. Okay. So underline this second line also, till factories. Synthetic materials means synthetic materials are materials made by combining chemicals. Okay, how they are making the synthetic materials? They are making the synthetic materials by combining the chemicals. Where they are combining the chemicals? In factories. Okay, that is why we also call them artificial materials or man-made materials. That is why we are calling it as artificial or man-made materials. Okay, the molecules that we put together to make synthetic materials come from natural things like plants, coal, natural gas and petroleum. See, to make synthetic materials, we are just adding some molecules, right? So those molecules are coming, we are getting it from natural things only, like plants, coal, natural gas and petroleum. From these items only we are getting the molecules for the preparation of synthetic materials. We put these molecules together to make new materials which have properties that are useful to us. See, we are putting all these molecules together to make what? To make new materials which have properties that are useful to us, right? Everything it is useful. See, here they have given some synthetic materials are formed when a large number of molecules join hands to form long chains. You can see there some synthetic materials are formed when a large number of molecules join hands, like a long chain. Okay, next, first one in that we are going to see plastics. Yes, many things in our everyday life we are using plastics, right? Yes, any material that can be easily molded or made into different shapes is a plastic material. Please underline this. From any to material, please underline. See, plastic material means it can be easily molded. That means you can give any shape. You can give any shape. Okay, any different shape by heating it. That is said to be plastic materials. For example, listen, you can see clay and rubber, for example, are natural plastic materials. But generally when we use the word plastic, we mean man-made plastics used to make hundreds of things all around us. from buttons and combs to the bodies of televisions and computers. Yes, of course. See, clay and rubber. These two are natural plastic materials. Clay we are getting it from the ground. Rubber we are getting it from the tree. So these two things are natural plastic materials. But generally, commonly when we say plastic, what are the things that comes to our minds? The box which we are using it to keep our pencil, pen, everything, pencil box. Okay, brush. Okay, and then combs, seep, buttons, everything, hundred things we are using, which is made up of plastics. Next, you can see here, clay can be molded easily. See, this man, he is molding this clay. It can be easily molded. So here they have given what is good about plastics. Okay, what is good about plastics? What is good about plastics? Normally we say plastics is not good for the environment and it is not good for our health also. But some good things are there about plastic. Shall we see what is that? Plastics have certain characteristics that help us use them in many different ways. So plastics have certain characteristics, okay, which help us in different ways. First one, plastics are cheap. Okay, compare the steel or aluminium with the plastic. Definitely plastic, of course it is. Plastics are cheap. Second one, they are light yet strong. Lightweight, but it will be very strong. They are durable. Durable means they last long. We can use it for a long time. They can be made into any shape, from sheets to tubes to threads to fluffy sponges. See, plastics you can make into any shape, from sheet like a paper, from the sheet to tubes like tubes to threads like a thread, okay, that much thin, like a thread to fluffy spongy. Okay, then they can make up for shortages of natural materials. If there is any shortage of natural materials, we can use this plastic instead of natural materials. Okay, next, many kinds of plastics can be recycled. See, old plastic also we can recycle it. Okay, so these are the things, good things about plastics. Now everyone turn to the page 86. Page number 86. Here they have given properties and uses of plastics. Okay, what are the properties and what are the uses of plastics? In this page we are going to see with a picture. See here, first one you can see Harpic, toilet cleaner, Lysol, floor cleaner, and acid is there, and mosquito liquid is there. All these four man-made chemicals we might have seen it, right? So here plastics can be used to store chemicals because they do not get affected by chemicals. See why they are just pouring all those chemicals in plastic bottle, they are filling it in plastic bottle, because those chemicals, it will not affect the plastics. That's why we are getting all these products through this plastic. You should know this. Okay, next, umbrella. Plastics are waterproof, of course. Why we are using umbrella during rainy season? Have you ever noticed? Yes, it is waterproof. They are used to make umbrellas, raincoats, etc. Plastics are used to make umbrellas and raincoats, etc. because plastics are waterproof. Okay, even plastic bucket are there to store water, right? Yes. Next, spoon. Many plastics do not get hot easily, so they are used to make the handles of utensils. Utensils means patram. See, I think you may at your home also you might have seen this thing. kitchen items, vessels, handles, some vessels handles must be like made up of plastics, because plastics, it do not get hot easily, that's why. Next, electricity does not pass through plastic, so plastics are used to cover wires, plugs, etc. to protect us from shocks. I think you might have noticed it. See, this thing plastic, this thing plastic, switch also plastic. Why? Because electricity, it will not easily pass through plastics, that's why we are using plastic. Okay, next, plastics are used to make a large number of things we use every day. Yes, of course, every day we are using plastics, right? Large number of things we are using every day. You can see your phones, toys, CD, and remote, box, the pen, the pencil, everything made up of plastics. And here, plastics are used in packaging also. For packing also, you can see scale cover, and then memory card cover. You can see all these things. It's been used to package. Okay, children. Next. Now turn to the page 87. Page number 87. Okay. So what is bad about plastics? We saw something good about plastic, now bad about. Most when we compare to good, bad for plastics, we will get more points only for bad only, right? Okay. If plastics are so useful, why does one see posters and signs saying say no to plastics? That is because there are some things about plastics that harm the environment and our health. Okay. We saw that plastics are very useful, very useful for us. Then, have you ever noticed in roadside and all, in public places and all, say no to plastics, they'll be. Yes, it will be there. So why? Because they are written like that, they are posted, they are stuck like that. Because it harms the environment and even our health also. First point. Plastics are non-biodegradable. Non-biodegradable means it will not easily decompose in the soil. So when we throw away things made of plastics, they are not broken down by natural decomposers. They pile up and pollute the environment. For example, if we throw the vegetable peels or fruit peels, kitchen waste on the soil, what will happen? Within few days it will get decomposed, because all these things are natural things. Okay, but when we throw the plastics, what happens? It will not break in the soil. It will pile up. Abde kuviyala kuvinjirum. It will pile up and it will pollute the environment. Okay, next. Plastic bags and bottles and disposable cups and plates create the greatest problems. They choke up drains which then overflow. They also harm animals if they eat them up while looking for food among garbage. Yes, plastic bags and bottles. Even government also, they have stopped. They made us to stop using plastics. Even in the shops, departmental, in all the shops, right? Disposable cups, plates, everything, all these things which are made up of plastics, it will create problems. It will choke up drainage la adachkum, then overflow, then it will also harm the animals. So many animals, they'll come and search food in garbage only. So animals, they doesn't know it is plastic and they do not eat it. So normally the animals, when they are search of food, it will eat. So what happened? And it is very bad even for animals also. Next, burning plastic and the process of making plastic produce harmful gases that pollute the air. The health of workers in plastic factories also suffers. See, when you burn plastic, the gas will come. When you make plastic, the harmful gas will come. Both the gases, it will pollute the air. Just imagine the people, those who are working in the plastic factories. Yes, their health will spoil. Okay, children. So till this page I have taken from page number 85 to 87 half. Please go through these things until this thing at home. And if you found any new words, please search meaning in the dictionary. It will be very useful. You can make this habit. Okay. Thank you, children.